we're going in to the best bets of the night. It's UFC Vegas 86, the best bets. And of course, we always open with the triple play. And of course, this is where we pick three of the top people of the night, people that I've already given the edge. We pick three of them and sling them together in the parlays. And that will open up with none other than Body Bags Joe Pyfer himself at minus 275. That's the first leg. The second leg is BLU-FC. And like I said, see, minus 200. I did have the odds in there, just not earlier in the show. That's the second leg over Timothy Kwamba, who is a very late notice 145er coming in against BLU-FC, the 155er, who is a beast of a man. So we're tying those two together. And then rounding it off with RoboCop Gregory Rodriguez at minus 250. I mean, again, over Tavares, he really should be able to win that. Probably even get a finish as well. In fact, I wonder what the odds would be if you linked all those three together for a finish. That would be some real good odds. But speaking of odds, you put those three together. Look at them. Look at those guys. Absolute animals, all three of them. And you got plus 186. And as always, that ends up being 1 unit. That's what we're going to be putting down. All the triple plays are always 1 unit. I might change that in the future, but for now, it's 1 unit, and it's Pyfer, Oki, and Rodriguez. Moving on to the next one, it is the Grand Slam. Just like the triple play, we pick the best ones from the edge, put them into a parlay, and go for the win. This time, of course, it's 4 guys or 4 people instead of 3 fighters. And this week, it opens up with Dan the Man 50K Ige at minus 175. Then we link that into Joe Pyfer. Yes, he's in both. I always double up on one guy at least. Today, that is Body Bags himself at minus 275. Then we've got, or actually technically Daniel Marcos is earlier on in the fights, but we've got Daniel Marcos minus 275, undefeated. Hopefully he can keep that streak going. Then we cap the parlay off with Devin Clark, who should be able to use his wrestling against Marcin Prachnio to get the win, and he's at minus 225 right now. And what do you get if you combine that group together? Well, you got plus 322. Fantastic odds. And as always with this bet, it is 0.5 units. I'm actually thinking of upping that one because we're doing so well with it that I want to maximize profit by putting more emphasis on it. But for now, I'm going to keep it going with 0.5 units. I don't want to mess anything up or mess around with the numbers just yet. I'll keep it with half a unit. Finally, I don't know why I always do that. Next up, it's the top dog of the week. This, of course, is where I pick my favorite underdog of the week. Shockingly high record of 9-4 so far. Hopefully we can keep that going with Bogdan Gushkov, one of my favorite names in the UFC, Bogdan Gushkov. He's at plus 110 right now. There aren't really a whole lot of underdogs that I'm liking this week, to be honest. There's a lot of pretty big favorites and a lot of slight favorites that probably should be slightly bigger favorites. Bogdan Gushkov is kind of the only one where I'm like, I think this underdog has a pretty good chance of cashing it in. He's going against Zach Pauga, and as I mentioned earlier in the stream, he has been knocked out. Bogdan Gushkov does have the knockout power. Pauga gets hit a decent amount. He's really only got the clinch work, so if Bogdan can shut down the clinch and the takedowns, he should be able to get a knockout. So I'm going plus 110. I'm going Bogdan Gushkov. And like I said, at 9-4, I could lose 5 times in a row and still be in the green. But that's not the goal here. The goal is to stack up those cash, stack up them dollar bills. So hopefully he can get the win. And then, of course, finally, oh, and that's at 1 unit. Again, might be raising that up eventually, maybe even 2 units, because again, I've done so well with this in the past that it kind of looks like maybe I should actually be upping the number of units here. But we're sticking with 1 unit for now. Now, finally, we've got the sniper pick. That is my most confident pick of the week. We're at a shockingly low 9-4 right now for this. I can't believe I'm doing this bad. But I think that's just because I wasn't listening to my own rules, especially this week where I lost it with Thomas Peterson. Or last week. Didn't listen to my own rule. I'm listening to my rules this time. I really cannot imagine this man losing this fight. It's Dan Ige at minus 175. I truly cannot picture him losing this fight. He's not a debuting guy. He's super experienced. He's super reliable. He's just that guy. He is what's going to take us home into the profit, into the green, and yeah, give us our first big win with all these new graphics and such. And we're bringing him home with 6 units, 6 big ones. That would be a nice profit. I don't know what kind of profit it would be. It'd be like, I think, between 2 and 3 units or something. No, yeah, it's over 3 units. It's like 3.1 units or something like that. So that would be a fantastic profit to bring home. And yeah, that is it. That is it for the stream. Hopefully we can get some green going here. Rough week last week, but that's okay. That's okay. Look at that. We got through it nicely. It wasn't too bad. 2 hours and 12 minutes. Fuck. Yeah. I mean, that's all right, especially with a 14 fight card. And I actually ended up doing this faster than I did last time. So I'm happy with that. Hopefully we can cut down the time a little bit even more in the future. A little bit more in the future, I mean. And of course, I mean, there was 20 minutes there where I didn't have any sound. So I had to delete the stream and restart. So normally it won't end this late either. But that's just what happens. Them's the breaks. Oh, yeah. But hey, like I said, yeah, them's the breaks. But look at this. New camera. Got the remote here. The remote worked perfectly. Flawless victory for the remote. Delicious. So yeah, that is it. But there's a lot more than just that this week. I didn't do it this week, but I do want to in the future, which is do BFL. So like do a sniper pick for Battlefield Fight League. That's on tonight, actually. So that would have been nice, but I didn't get to do that. Didn't have any time. Same thing with other ones in the future. Like I hopefully can do one for the PFL Bellator card. That would be nice. Get that going. And then we can stack up even more wins in the sniper picks by expanding outside of the UFC as well. Ooh, excuse me. And what else is this week? Oh yeah, Power Slap. Good Lord, Power Slap is tomorrow. It's drinking all the water. Power Slap is tomorrow. I might be giving out the blue bonuses for that. Not quite sure if I'm going to do that. Because then it's like, oh, the first bonuses that I ever give out on this are going to be for Power Slap and not UFC. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I do want to give out blue bonuses this week on UFC. So I don't know what I'll do with it. Maybe I'll only post them on online. Which would be, of course, linked below. That's Instagram, X, possibly TikTok if I end up doing a video version of it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We're just playing it by ear. I mean, we're just, again, kind of getting a fresh start with this, putting things together. Because, I mean, I don't even have the intro yet. I don't have the outro. I don't have transitions in between. There's a couple other things that I want to be doing that I came up with last night. Actually, I came up with some pretty good ideas. But this is what we're doing for now, and we're going to stick with it and just build on top of it. But yeah, this is the new setup, and it's here to stay, and we'll just add on to it. So have fun watching Battlefield Fight League. Hopefully some people tune into that. Hopefully people watch some Power Slap. I can't wait to watch that tomorrow. Then you got the UFC on Saturday. And then next week, it's an even bigger week. You got UFC 298. You've got, actually, I don't know when that PFL Bellator card is. That might also be next week, which is why I was saying it was a better week. But now I'm actually not sure if that's when it is or not. Either way, that's it for me this week.